cold never bothered me anyway. While exploring the ancient frozen ruins of the Targa Plateau, Artemus Tau has accidentally tripped some sort of chain reaction. The ancient boilers in this part of the city are overloading and set to blow. Echoing through the halls, you hear a recorded alien voice that can only be a warning of the imminent meltdown to come and a countdown to destruction. Hello and welcome back to Artemus Tau, Trederran Veteran. Let's take a look at the changes to Artemus since our last episode. He has 965 experience, $1,380 in gold. He has 1 visible darkstone. He's carrying 5 anvils of weight, and he now has 5 points of corruption. Let's rejoin Artemus Tau as he is stranded in the Targa Plateau. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Artemus Tau, Trederran Veteran. Today we will be doing the Overload mission from the City of Ancients adventure book. Our mission goal: Artemus must find the engineering chamber and shut down the boilers before this section of the city explodes. He must find 2 clue icons to discover the location of the engineering chamber room and shut down all 3 boilers that are there. Our special rules for this mission: there are no gates. No gates can be found in this mission. Anytime a gate would be placed, instead place a normal door. Targa pylons activated. The Targa defense systems have been activated. All passage map tiles the heroes find automatically have D3-1 Targa pylon enemies on them as an attack. When a passage map tile is placed with 1 or more Targa pylons on it, the turn immediately ends and a new turn begins as a fight. No loot card is drawn for defeating these defensive Targa pylons. We have hard to hold back the darkness in this mission. The hold back the darkness roll needs to be 1 higher than normal to succeed each turn. Void cascade and warning sirens. When the darkness marker is in the middle stage of the depth track, every hero takes 1 horror hit at the start of their activation, due to the wailing sirens and waves of void energy pouring through the halls. While the darkness marker is in the final stage of the depth track, every hero takes 2 horror hits instead. Our final special rule is may not flee. Once the adventure begins, Artemus may not flee. He is trapped and must see the mission through to the end. For this mission, we have decided to take whiskey for our soldier satchel item. Let's roll to see how many shatter grenades we'll be getting. D3 shatter grenades. 3 grenades. Excellent. Let's hold back the darkness. Four will fail. Rolling for movement. 6. Artemus will look through, and he has found a T-junction passage. We are going to use our old map. Once per turn, you may cancel and redraw an encounter or map card just drawn. After each use, discard the old map on a 1 or a 2. We'll try to avoid any passages if we can. That way we don't have to deal with extra threats and we can get these boilers shut off. We consult our map and we have found a frozen fork. Let's see if we get to keep the old map. On a 1 or a 2, we lose it. And we do get to keep it. I guess it was not ruined by all this snow and ice just yet. We do have an advanced encounter for this room. Trail gone cold. The path splits here, and any indication that you are on the right track is lost in the unforgiving snow. This map tile always has at least 2 exit doors. Make a luck 5+ test. Artemus has 5 for luck. He is successful. You spot something to help in your mission, gain 30 XP, and the next exploration token you reveal automatically counts as having a clue icon. That is excellent because we only are looking for 2 of them. Revealing our exploration token. An attack! And because of the advanced encounter in this room, we have both doorways open and we have found our first clue icon. We will be getting attacked by Trun Hunters. 1 Trun Hunter. The Trun are a warrior race of brutal reptilian aliens feared throughout the galaxy. They use the icy Targa Plateau as a training ground for their hunters because it is one of the deadliest places they could find. Trun Hunters are alien, tribal, and Trun. They are large size. They have initiative 3. They have the assault ability, which means they will target, move, take a ranged attack, and then take a melee attack. They have Fear 1. A hero starting their activation adjacent automatically takes 1 horror hit. Hunting Prowess. Their defense is equal to the hero posse level. We are level 2. They do a knockback. A hero that fails 1 or more defense rolls against the enemy's melee attack is bounced 2 spaces in a single direction. If this bounce is stopped because of hitting a wall, the hero takes an extra 2 damage, ignoring defense. Their last ability is the Trun Thud Pistol, which is a ranged attack, with a range of 5 with 1 shot doing d6 damage. They have a 5 for movement. Artemus can escape on a 4+. Their range to hit is 5+, their melee to hit is 3+. They have 2 for combat that do 4 damage each. Their defense will be 2, and they have 12 health. Let's hold back the darkness. We need an 8 or higher. Double 6s. Double 6s in the Targa Plateau. Trigger Treasures of the Past. Though the ancient city has long been abandoned, valuable items can still be found, often just laying around as though the previous inhabitants just vanished. Each hero may immediately draw a loot card. Alright. We have pulled cash, $50. Artemus does have initiative 4, so he will go first. We will throw one of our shatter grenades, hitting on 3+. Excellent. The Trun will take D3 wounds and a stun marker. 3 wounds. Let's roll for movement, see if we can gain a grit. No grit. Rolling for his corruption hit to fire his Darkstone Carbine. Willpower is 4+. We fail. Using his Veteran's Breath Mask to attempt to prevent the corruption point. We prevent it on a 5+. No extra corruption point this time. Firing the old Darkstone Carbine, he gets 2 shots. He hits on 3+. 2 criticals! Wow! Lots of 6s tonight. We could theoretically take this guy out before he even makes a move. He has 9 health left. And we hit him for 9 wounds. Oh my gosh. He is dead. Whew, we might have to give him a nickname like Quick Draw or something. Let's see what kind of loot he left behind. Some coins, $25. We don't have any wounds or sanity damage, however the old photograph allows us to recover a grit during the catch your breath phase. Let's hold back the darkness. 3 will fail, getting us a darkness card. Our darkness card is the Dark Omen. The darkness grows ever closer. The darkness immediately moves 1 step forward on the depth track. And each hero gains 20 XP and may recover 1 grit. Well, we are already at our max grit, but we will take 20 XP for sure. Artemus does have enough XP to level up, but we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to keep it in our back pocket as if we have an extra revive token, so to speak. Rolling for movement. 5. Artemus will look through, and he has found a ruined lift. We do have an advanced encounter for this room. Steep ledge. One of the walls here falls away, revealing a long drop to the icy caverns far below. The pathway feels narrow as the whistling wind rushes past your ears and the snow lashes at your face. It's like you're being pulled towards the perilous edge by the gaping maw of the icy abyss. Any hero ending their move on this map tile must make the following: a Strength 4+ test. If failed, Artemus must discard a token from his side bag as he stumbles, dropping it over the edge. For every 1 that Artemus rolls, he'll take 2 sanity damage with no willpower save, as the abyssal pull tears at his mind with vertigo, remains in play. Honestly, we may just turn around and go through the other doorway, so we're not dealing with this steep ledge mess. Let's reveal our exploration token. 1 doorway, 1 encounter. Let's see where the doorway will be. Straight ahead. Our encounter is ice scarabs. Pouring out of cracks in the floor, hundreds of vicious ice scarabs attack. Every hero immediately takes 2d6 minus their strength in wounds, with no defense as they try to fend off the attacking swarm. 2d6 minus 3. Only 1 wound. Nice. Let's see if his armor helps out with that 1 wound. It does not. He takes 1 wound. He also gains d6 times 10 XP. 40 XP. Let's hold back the darkness. 10 is good. Rolling for movement. 5. Holding back the darkness. 8 is good. Rolling for movement. 2. He would normally be able to gain a grit in Targa for that, but we are at our max grit. Artemus looks through the doorway, and he has found an ancient street. Adjusting the board slightly, there is no advanced encounter for this map tile. Let's reveal the exploration token. 2 doorways and an ambush attack. Let's see which way will not be a door. No door over here. We will be getting ambushed by Custodians of Targa. D3 Custodians. Let's see how many of these little buggers will be coming after us. 3 custodians. Custodians of Targa are robot and Targa enemies. They are considered large inside. They have the assault ability, which is they move, they take a ranged attack, and then they melee attack. They have the electroshock ability. At the start of their activation, every adjacent hero takes 3 hits. Whoa, there are 3 of them around us. He's going to be taking 9 hits. This is not good. They have a defense laser ranged attack. Their range is 8. That does 2 shots, doing 3 damage each. They have Repair 2 at the start of this enemy's activation. If there are no adjacent heroes, they heal 2 wounds from itself and all adjacent Targa pylon and robot enemies. They also have Repair Protocol. When selecting a target, include any damaged Targa pylons. They will move to get adjacent for repair, but targets a random hero with its defense laser. They have a movement of 10. Artemis can escape on a 5+. Their range to hit is 3+. Their melee to hit is 3+. They have 3 combat that do 1 damage each. They have 3 for defense and 8 health. Holding back the darkness. 11 is good. The Custodians of Targa go first. They will first do their electroshock ability, giving Artemis 3 hits each. So defending against 9 hits. This is not considered a ranged attack, so Artemis's defense is 4+ for these hits. We have only defended 2. We will use a grit. Rerolling these missed defense rolls. Again, he has defense of 4+. A little better. We defend 3 more, taking 4 potential wounds. Artemis has armor 5+. We block 2 wounds, and we take 2 wounds. They will each fire their defense laser, taking 2 shots. We're going to roll them individually. The first Custodian scores 1 hit. Next guy also scores 1 hit. And the last one also scores a hit. Artemis's ranged defense is 3+. He defends all 3. Just some wily little buggers. They'll now take their combat rolls. They each roll 3 combat, hitting on 3+. 1 hit. Next guy. 3 hits. And the last Custodian, 2 hits. Artemis will roll his defense against 6 melee hits. His melee defense is 4+. He blocked 2. Let's see if he can block these 4 wounds with his armor. He has armor 5+. Blocks 1 and takes 3 more wounds. I don't want to try to escape, because I'd like to try and stay adjacent so they can't repair each other. Let's see if we can gain back a grit. We cannot. Let's go crazy and go ahead and throw a shatter grenade. Put it right back there. Detonating on a 3+. Alright. I know that only hit 2 of them, but at least we didn't take any damage ourselves in the explosion. These 2 in the back will each take a D3 damage plus a stun marker. 3 wounds on the first guy. And the second guy takes 1 wound. The real question is, do we use the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol that gives us 3 shots, but only a d6 of damage? Or do we use the Darkstone Carbine that uses the d8 for damage? I think we'll press our luck and use the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol. We don't have to take a corruption hit, and maybe we'll do well. 3 shots, hitting on 3+. 1 critical, 1 hit. I think we will put the critical into this guy right here. 6 wounds. Woo. He only needs 1 more wound to be destroyed. We're going to put the next hit directly into him as well. -2 to the roll. He is destroyed. Pulling back the darkness. Nine is good. Custodians will go again. Okay, we are adjacent, so they do not get to use their repair protocol. They will do their electroshock ability. They each give us 3 hits. Artemus will defend his 6 hits, defending on 4+. He defends 2 and 4 get by. Do we spend our other grit? No, let's take a chance. Using our armor to attempt to block these 4 wounds, armor 5+. 3 more wounds. They will fire their defense lasers, 2 shots each. The first custodian, 2 hits. And the second one scores also 2 hits. Our range defense is 3+. We defend against 3 of the shots. Let's see if our armor will prevent these 3 wounds. Armor 5+. We take 2 more wounds. They'll each now roll their melee, hitting on 3+. 1 hit. The other one scores 2 hits. We also have to see if that first custodian was able to break free of being stunned. On a 4+, he breaks free. No, he is still stunned. Rolling Artemis's melee defense, 4+. He takes all 3 hits. Let's see if his armor will help. Armor is 5+. We block 2, taking 1 more wound. Let's see if Artemis can gain a grit. He does. Let's again use the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol. 3 shots, hitting on 3+. 2 criticals and 1 hit. Good God. We're going to put our 2 criticals into the unwounded custodian. 12. He has been destroyed. Rolling 6s like it's nobody's business, Artemis. Putting our last hit into this last custodian, -2 to the roll because of his stun marker. Oh my God. 4 wounds. We are going to use the Fallen Gunfighter's special ability and take 3 wounds, ignoring defense, to add +2 damage to this hit. He has been destroyed. Rolling his armor 5+ to try to defend these 3 wounds from the Fallen Gunfighter's shot. We take 1 wound. see what kind of loot we get. 1 Darkstone Shard. Holding back the darkness. Eight is good. Rolling for movement. 2. Holding back the darkness. 4 will fail, getting us a darkness card. We have pulled Hunted Through the Void. Leaping out from another dimension to attack, a vicious pack of void hounds savagely tears at you before phasing back out of reality. Artemus takes 3 horror hits and 6 hits that do 2 damage each. So 3 horror hits, defending on 4+. Defended all the horror hits. We are not afraid of any void hound packs. The 6 combat hits, however, defending on 4+. Whoa! We defend 5. Let's see if our armor will protect us from that 1 hit that got through. Taking 2 wounds, potentially. Armor is 5+. No! Rolling for movement. 3. Holding back the darkness. 8 is good. Rolling for movement. 6. Artemus will look through, and he has found a cross passage. Let's use our old map. Double checking our cartography as we've been lost in Targa for the last few days. We did not find a cross passage. We have found a long passage. Because this is a passage tile, we will need to place D3 -1 Targa pylons. 1 pylon. I moved the board a bit so we could get the Targa pylon in frame. Targa pylons are a hazard, large size. They have initiative 4. They are immobile. Targa pylons cannot be moved in any way. They are stonework. Critical hits only reduce a Targa pylon's defense to 2 rather than 0. They have burning laser ranged attack. Range of 12, 1 shot that does 2 damage each. However, each of the Targa pylon's ranged hits counts as D6 hits. They have 0 movement. Artemus can escape on a 2+, but he is not getting anywhere near this guy. Their range to hit is 3+. They have 4 for defense and 8 health. Holding back the darkness. 7 will fail. The pylon will take their shot, hitting on 3+. They score a hit. And each hit is D6 hits, so he hit us only 1 time. Artemis's range defense is 3+. He defends. Let's use the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol again. 3 shots, hitting on 3+. One critical, 1 hit. Our critical does -2 to the roll. 4 wounds. A regular hit will be -4 to the roll. 1 more wound. Once again, take 3 wounds to add +2 damage. That leaves him with only 1 health left. Let's see if our armor can prevent these 3 wounds from adding that damage. Armor's 5+. The armor blocks 2 and we take 1 wound. Holding back the darkness. 8 is good. Pylon will take its shot. Scores a hit. That hit will actually do 5 hits. Artemis has range defense 3+. We defend against all 5 hits. That is amazing. Using the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol again, 3 shots, hitting on 3+. 1 crit, 1 hit. His crit will be -2 to the roll. He only has 1 wound left. Wow, nothing gets through. And our last hit will be -4 to the roll. We need to roll a 5 or better. Whoa! We will use the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol ability again to take 3 wounds and add +2 damage, which will destroy the pylon. Will our armor block those wounds? No, we take all 3 wounds. Let's catch our breath. Healing 3 wounds. Those 3 that we just took. There is no loot card for the pylons. Let's hold back the darkness. 11 is good. Rolling for movement. 4. Not quite close enough. Holding back the darkness. 11 is good. We are just going to move forward 1 and look through the doorway. He has found a cryo chamber. This is an interior room, so at least we get out of the snow for a little while. We do have an advanced encounter for this room. Cryotubes. On the far wall of this room sits a bank of giant glass tubes inset into alien machinery. They glow with an eerie blue light, and you can just make out the shapes of shadowy figures inside. Each hero may try to open one of the cryotubes if they want. Make a lore 5+ test or a cunning 6+ test. I think we are just going to leave these things alone. We don't know what's in there. We don't want to know what's in there. Let's reveal our exploration token. 1 doorway and 2 encounters. Let's see which direction our door will be. Right up here. Our first encounter is the blinking light. A blinking light catches your eye and you move across the room to a dusty console. Tapping on the button below the light, a whirling, hollow projected image sweeps into being. A robe-clad humanoid figure with shockingly alien features stands before you and begins to speak a pre-recorded message. Could this be what the creators of this ancient city look like? Make a lore 4+ test. Well, we only have 1 for lore. And he is successful. Gain 10 XP. Our second encounter, long abandoned. Ancient webs cover the walls, and ice crystals have grown up from the floor around the edges of the rooms and passages. It's impossible to know how long this place has been abandoned, and what ancient civilization once lived here. Make a lore 5+ test. Again, Artemis has 1 lore. He is successful. For each 5+ rolled, gain 10 XP and draw a scavenge card as something in the shadows catches your eye. Our scavenge card will be nothing here. Holding back the darkness. 9 is good. Rolling for movement. 5. Artemus looks through into the next room, and he has found the orb room. Adjusting the board a bit, this is still an interior room, and we do have an advanced encounter for this map tile. Darkstone Experiments. Well, this is right up a Trederran boy's alley. The room appears to have been some sort of laboratory for experimenting with refined darkstone. A massive sphere of darkstone hovers in the center of the room, held in place by chains, and the walls are lined with alien tools and workstations. Any hero ending their move on this map tile takes one corruption hit from the warping energies. This map tile may be scavenged up to 5 times. For every scavenge card, also gain 1 Darkstone. Remains in play. Well, I don't want to trek backwards all that way. Let's reveal our exploration token. One doorway, an encounter, and our second clue. When Artemus discovers the second clue icon, we have found the doorway leading to the objective room. Ignore any door or gate icons on this exploration token, as there is only one exit from this room. Resolve any encounters or attacks on this exploration token. Once all encounters and attacks have been resolved, attach the engineering chamber map tile to the final door as the objective room. Let's see which direction the room will lie. Straight ahead, of course, all the way across this corrupted room. The encounter we have drawn is Failed Experiment. A smashed wall console arcs and smokes here, connected by wires and hoses to a large glass container, which has been shattered from the inside out. Traces of slime and footprints fresh in the snow lead away from the scene. Something is here with you, maybe even still in this room. We can choose to investigate the scene, making a cunning 5+ test, or get out of here fast and move the hero posse marker 2 spaces forward on the depth track. I think we will choose to get out of here fast, since we know that we are at the objective as soon as we get through this doorway. Once all encounters and attacks have been resolved, attach the engineering chamber map tile to the final doorway as the objective room. Once the engineering chamber has been attached to the board, the heroes have reached the objective room and the final fight. Reveal all growing dread cards in the stack as normal, and Artemus must face a high threat that has been attracted to the area by surges of void energy from the overcharged boilers. We're fortunate enough to not have any growing dread cards. There are 4 spaces at the far end of the room that contain the boilers. Any hero in one of these spaces may give up their attack and make a strength 6+ or cunning 5+ test to shut down one of the boilers. Once all 3 boilers are shut down, the hard to hold back the darkness and the void, cascade, and warning siren special rules are no longer in effect. To successfully complete this mission, the heroes must defeat all enemies and shut down all 3 boilers. Let's see what is awaiting us inside this engineering chamber. Trederran Raiders. 6 of them to be precise. I think maybe the Raiders did this purposely to draw in Artemus. A very well planned out sneak attack. Trederran Raiders are Alien, Soldier, and Trederran. They are medium size at initiative 5. They also have Assault, which means they move, fire their ranged attacks, and make melee attacks. They have Darkstone Radiation. A hero ending their move adjacent to this enemy takes 1 corruption hit. Oof. Their Trench Pistol ranged attacks are range of 5, 1 shot that does d6 damage. Their final ability is Darkstone Raider. Any hero KO'd by this enemy loses D3 Darkstone or an item with a Darkstone icon. They have a movement of 6. Artemis can escape on a 5+. Their range to hit is 3+. Melee to hit is 4+. They have 2 combat that do 3 damage each, a 3 for defense, and 5 health. Let's hold back the darkness. We need a 9 or higher. Whew, we are good. The Trederran Raiders will go. They are nowhere near line of sight. They have a movement of 6. I appreciate you boys all bunching up like that nicely for Artemis. Rolling for Artemis's movement. 6. I think we will take a very defensive position right here. That'll only allow 3 of them to get around us. Some of that tactical knowledge from Artemis's previous life. We do need to take our corruption hit for ending our move in this map tile. Willpower 4+. We defend. We're going to throw our last shatter grenade, hitting on 3+. They didn't even stand a chance. Every single one of them will take D3 wounds and a stun marker. Starting with the guy that was standing right on top of the grenade. 2 wounds. This one. Only 1 wound. The one to his rear. 2 wounds. The one in the far back. Only 1 wound. Next in line, 2 wounds. And the last unlucky gentleman, 3 wounds. Let's use our fallen gunfighter's pistol, 3 shots, hitting on 3+. 1 critical and 2 hits. We warned the last group of you boys to not come hunting us down. Just take shots at the guys right in front of us. We'll put our critical into this first guy. Oh my god, I don't believe it. He is dead. Our first regular hit is going to go into this guy with the 3 wounds. Oh my god. He is dead. And I guess we'll put the next one into this guy that's got 2 wounds. So -2 to the roll, because he is stunned. Wow. He is dead. Holding back the darkness. 9 is good. The Raiders will go. They are going to surround us now. They each will take 1 shot with their trench pistol, hitting on 3+. Only 1 scores a hit. Artemis defends on a 3+. He defends. They will each roll their 2 combats. Starting with this guy in the back. Hitting on 4+. No hits. Next guy. 2 hits. And the last one, no hits. Artemis's melee defense is 4+. Defends 1, takes 3 damage potentially. Rolling for armor against these 3 wounds. Armor is 5+. We take 1 wound. Okay. We are in a bit of a bind here, as we do have to end our move adjacent to all 3. And the Darkstone experiments is still in effect, so we need to roll against 4 corruption hits. Willpower is 4+. We defend 1, we are going to spend a grit and re-roll these misses. Defending 1 more, taking 2 corruption points potentially. Using our Veteran's Breath Mask to try to cancel out these corruption points. We can ignore them on a 5+. We take 1 more point of corruption. 1 more and we will mutate. Oh, we need to roll to see if these guys remove their stunned markers. This guy on a 4+. No. The next guy, he does remove his. And the last Trederran does not remove his. Can we gain a grit? No, we cannot. We will again use the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol. 3 shots hitting on 3+. 2 hits. We'll put our first hit into this guy in the back. He already has 2 wounds, and he is stunned, so this will be -2 to the roll. And we'll give him 3 wounds. He is dead. I'm going to put our last hit into the other gentleman with the stun marker. -2 to this roll. We'll give him 3 wounds, taking him to 4 wounds. We will use the Fallen Gunfighter's ability and take 3 wounds ourselves to add 2 damage, which will kill him. Can our armor prevent those wounds we just took for adding damage? No, we take 3 more wounds. Holding back the darkness. 8 will fail, getting us a Growing Dread card. That will kick in the Void Cascade and Warning Sirens. We'll be taking a horror hit at the start of our activation every turn until we shut down these boilers now. The Growing Dread card we pulled is Dread. You shudder to think of what lay before you. Move the darkness 1 step forward on the depth track. It is a Trederran standoff. Trederran Raider will go, taking his 1 shot with his trench pistol. Scores 1 hit. Artemis defends on a 3+. He defends. The Trederran Raider will roll his 2 combat. Scores 1 hit. Artemis has a 4 defense against melee. He takes 3 potential wounds. Rolling his armor 5+. He takes all 3 wounds. We are going to try to make a run for it. We escape on a 5+. Yes. Rolling for our movement. Just want to get off this tile. Yes, 5. Not quite enough. At least we're no longer adjacent to that Trederran Raider, but we do have to roll against the Darkstone experiment. Willpower is 4+. He defends. Let's go big. Let's use the old Darkstone carbine, taking our corruption hit. Whew, we defend just barely. Rolling our 2 shots, hitting on 3+. 2 hits. He needs 3 wounds for us to kill him. He has a 3 for defense. Each of these rolls will be -3 to the roll. He is dead. It is all over but the detonation of this city if we can't get these boilers turned off. Let's catch our breath. Healing 3 wounds. What kind of loot do we get? D3 Darkstone. 3 pieces of Darkstone. Holding back the darkness. 6 will fail. Rolling for our movement. 5, fantastic. Any hero in one of the 4 spaces at the far end of the room can give up their attack to make a Strength 6+ or Cunning 5+ test to shut down 1 boiler. If successful, gain 20 XP, and one of the boilers has been shut down. We will make a Cunning test since we have 4 Cunning. We need Cunning 5+. And our first boiler has been shut down. We should have done a darkness card for that movement of the depth track. Darkness card we pulled is the Wild West. At the start of the next town stay after this adventure, roll once on the town event chart before the first day begins. Let's hold back the darkness. 7 will fail. I'm telling you, now this thing's gonna blow up in our face. Can we gain a grit? No. Making our Cunning 5+ test again. We shut down the second boiler. Holding back the darkness. 9 is good. This should be it. Do we gain a grit? We do not. Making our Cunning 5+ test to shut down the last boiler. Oh my, we are unsuccessful. We will use our last grit. Yes, we have shut down the boilers. We have done it. We have shut down the boilers and avoided death. Each hero gains 50 XP and rolls a D6. We have a 4 on the roll of a 3+. Draw a Targa artifact. We've drawn the Authority of Otar. While in any other world you are keyword law, and all of your attacks are +1 damage. Looks like there is an alien sheriff in town, ladies and gents. As always, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've been enjoying Artemus Tau so far. And we will see you in the next episode.